After the exams, life didn't pause. For some reason, I thought it would. I thought there would be a moment where everything became lighter. Instead, morning arrived exactly the way it always had. The cats were waiting. My medicine was beside the bed. The laptop was still where I left it. The work was still waiting. Only one thing had changed: the person opening the laptop. I couldn't explain it. There were no deadlines left inside me, no date I was waiting for, no month I was hoping everything would happen in. I simply woke up, opened the laptop, did the work, closed it, and allowed the day to end. It felt strange, almost like someone had quietly removed a weight from inside me while I wasn't looking. Then the ulcer reminded me that the body has its own story. For 3 nights, sleep stopped belonging to me. I would wake up in the middle of the night with my stomach completely empty. The pain didn't shout. It stayed. I took the medicine, ate, waited, lay back down. Sometimes sleep returned. Sometimes it didn't. Morning still came, so I still worked. By the 3rd day, I finally understood something I had been missing. It wasn't only the medicine. Even the smallest spice inside my food was enough to wake the pain again. So I changed everything. Plain rice, bread, custard, banana. At one point, I two tuo in the fridge. The stew beside it was too spicy, so I ate the tuo with nothing except Maggi. I looked at the plate and laughed quietly. Life has a way of making simple things feel normal. The work continued. Every day. Upload. Close the laptop. Sleep. Wake up. Do it again. Somewhere during those days, I quietly returned the work to where it belonged. I stopped carrying it around, hoping people would notice it. The work belongs where it belongs. Whoever Allah wants to find it, will find it. That realization brought a peace I didn't know I was missing. One morning I cleaned my room. Not because anyone asked me to, because I wanted peace. I swept slowly, arranged everything, opened the windows. Then I bathed, wore one of my favorite kaftans. While looking through my things, I found an old pair of glasses I had forgotten. I wore them, walked to the mirror, and stopped. My face had changed, not because life became easier. Life was still difficult, but the face looking back at me wasn't the same face from months ago. It looked calmer, older, stronger. There was something settled inside it. Even while fighting the ulcer, I somehow looked healthier. Only Allah can do something like that. One afternoon, I was so tired that I fell asleep. While sleeping, I heard the boys coming into the house. Immediately, my heart woke before my body. They would see me sleeping, not at work, not outside, just inside the room. Months ago, that thought alone would have stayed with me all day. This time, I simply stood up, continued the work. The feeling passed. Another day became heavier. Food had finished. Water had finished. Medicine was almost gone. I looked around the room. There wasn't much left. Then I remembered the old copper wires, the ones still lying around from the garage that was once mine. I picked them up, held them in my hands for a moment, then started walking. Walking back into that garage wasn't easy. I knew the people there. I knew some of them remembered everything that happened. I knew some would probably look at me and think whatever they wanted to think. But hunger has a way of removing unnecessary pride. I sold the wires, bought food, bought medicine, bought bananas, and quietly walked back home. No argument, no explanation, just another day. That afternoon, I realized something else. 4 months had already passed. 4 months. I remembered packing my clothes because I truly believed I would be leaving the house soon. The bags were still there, still packed, still waiting, just like me. I looked at them for a while, then looked away. I've stopped asking when. That answer belongs to Allah now. One evening I sat down to watch football. It was just me and my cats. Then the boys came downstairs. One joined me, then another. Before long we were all watching together, laughing, talking, making jokes. Then he walked in, the same person who once wanted me gone, the same person who told everyone stories about me, the same person who made that house feel smaller every time he visited. He looked at my cats, smiled. They're looking big. I smiled back. Yes. Then he looked toward my side of the room and said, "Lagos staying." He laughed. I understood exactly what he meant. He wasn't talking to the cats. He was talking to me. Months ago, those words would have entered my chest. That evening, they touched me, but they didn't stay. I continued watching the match, continued laughing, continued talking, not because I had forgotten everything, because I had moved beyond needing to fight every sentence. What surprised me even more was watching them enjoy my company, asking questions, laughing at my jokes, wanting my opinion. Life is strange. The same house I once desperately wanted to escape had become the house where I could finally sit without trying to prove anything. Not because the house changed, because I did. Almost every evening ended the same way. I uploaded the day's work, entered YouTube Studio, saw the numbers, closed it. No refreshing, no calculations, no bargaining with tomorrow. The work had become something else, something deeper than numbers. Sometimes I don't even know what it is. I only know the one who made me start it knows exactly why he made me begin, so I continue, not because I know when it will open, because he does. Friday arrived. I looked around my room. Everything was clean. The cats were sleeping peacefully. My clothes were ironed. I had food for the day. Nothing luxurious, nothing impressive, just enough. That's when I realized something that surprised me. Maybe money has never been my biggest dream. Maybe peace has. Enough to eat, enough to help my family, enough to remove worry from the people I love, enough to come home and breathe. Enough. That word has become beautiful to me. When I looked back over the whole week, almost nothing outside had changed. I was still in the same house, still uncertain, still waiting, still editing, still uploading, still carrying things no one else could see. But inside, something had become very quiet, not empty, quiet, a different kind of strength, the kind that doesn't announce itself, the kind that simply wakes up, faces whatever the day brings, does today's work, and sleeps, not because tomorrow is guaranteed, because today was entrusted to me. Tomorrow belongs to Allah, and for the first time in a long time, that thought brought me peace. Alhamdulillah.